Mulavinaka and kia ora, Pacific Island food revolutionaries around the Pacific and around the world. This is the second part of our web series called In the Kitchen, with people you'll know from the television series, and also, in a general sense, Pacific food and nutrition and agricultural experts. And in this time, it's I feel like we're sitting right inside this COVID-19 moment, and that has raised many of the nutrition and health issues in the Pacific Islands up for many of us who are concerned about this. And there has been, to me, a revelation of some of the frailties and vulnerabilities of the Pacific way of life around food consumption, the way that people eat. Now, with me today, there's a man who you're very familiar with. Certainly I am. You've seen him standing next to me as the Fijian co-host of Pacific Island Food Revolution. He is a doctor with a difference. Please welcome Dr. Jone Hawea.
Bulavinaka, Robert, thank you for that, and Bulavinaka to all of you listening in and tuning in from Fiji, Vanuatu, Samoa, Tonga, and the rest of the Pacific and the globe who have the Pacific at heart, and especially in this COVID-19.
Doctor, this has been a moment of great, I've heard it called the great pause. It's a moment of reflection where we think about not just what we eat, but the systems that create our eating habits, the choices, the environment, the assets, and the weaknesses. Tell me about your thoughts on this.
Yeah, one of the main principles in health that I know that has really come to the forefront of people's thinking or rethinking is the health of the immunity of the body. You know, immune health or general body health status. And people are actually rethinking and relooking at especially nutrition. Because everybody is in the same situation now where we are all stuck in our own homes, and you know, a lot of food sources are either on lockdown mode, or the supermarkets have high prices, and so it has by default forced people to actually do the rethinking and reflection and relooking at our old ways and try and get from it what may provide solutions or the way forward from here.
Dr. Jone, a lot of the reason for Pacific Island Food Revolution is really for Pacific food to be celebrated, because we understand the nutrition base and the economic ramifications and the beauty of Pacific food culture all comes together to create almost like a total wellness. And one thing I've always loved about you, you don't see just the diabetes, or you don't see just the food product. You seem to have a view of the whole situation, a holistic view of the whole situation. And that includes not just the way you eat, but the way you think, and mindfulness. And where do you see mindfulness in this current moment?
Mindfulness, heartfulness, you know, being in touch with nature, earthing. These are all concepts that are so closely interrelated with our nutrition sources and where it comes from. Because when you go and stick your hand into the soil and put in that seedling, you are in an environment where you are given oxygen by the trees around you, and you give that back. And when that plant grows, you start to create micro ecosystems, and when you start to live more and more slowly in that environment, you are actually practicing what a lot of naturopathy, holistic medicine, lifestyle medicine have been wanting us to do in their books, in their prescriptions. And so dealing with food systems, our natural way, will by default just make you so wholesomely healthy. And that's the exciting thing about what's coming for us. Even though it looks chaotic at this time, and people are frustrated about the fact that they are tied down with this box of the four walls of their homes, or wherever they feel they are practicing social isolation and social distancing in. The fact that food is offering a way out, and so even though people are stuck in the four walls of their homes, there's a discussion of hope out there that if we go back to nature, this whole mindfulness, heartfulness, whole body, holistic and well-being will just figure itself out. That for me is very exciting, and I can't wait for that to play out.
It seems to me that a truly authentic appreciation and relationship with nature is actually the key to so much. And the food, of course, the food is really the way we consume nature.
Yeah.
And if we go back to given what is God-given to the Pacific to be well, we will in fact be well.
Yeah. And of course, yeah. I see a lot of people in different professions showing off their cooking in this social distancing and self-isolation and lockdown period, and that for me is interesting. First of all, it just makes you realize that people know that there is nutrition plays a big role, and just looking through the discussions around social media, people know that healthy nutrition will boost the immunity of the body and allow for the body to fight off any bugs, any viruses, any bacteria. And that's the amazing design of the human body, is that it has the ability to naturally fight off everything. As we are discussing now, Robert, we are breathing in millions of viruses and bacteria. COVID-19 is just another one of them,
Hey, don't scare me, okay?
And so our body... Yeah. We should, I think, develop a mask where we can't breathe all together. Probably another talk for another day.
That's right. That's right.
But people know that, and I'm fascinated at the fact that people know that already. That we are bombarded by microorganisms every day, and they know that if we just build our bodies in a system, we are good. And if we are breathing fresh air and earthing and allowing our minds to be in touch with nature, it builds a sense of spirituality. So there you go, the holistic health way, and nutrition is like our common link.
It's almost like a byproduct, isn't it?
Yes.
Of this original. I have a great writer friend called Kath Koa Dunsford, and she says the knowledge from the past is the blueprint for the future. Yeah. And that's absolutely the case now. It doesn't mean doing it the old way. It means don't lose that knowledge. That's a foundation that has nurtured the Pacific for generations, and it should not be lost. in the rush to be convenient.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
We're realizing that we will have to combine, the strengths between the past and what we have with us in terms of technology and the ease of handling logistics to get healthy nutrition available and accessible and get it more affordable, and getting people to be much more aware. How do you share healthy cooking methods, and so that it comes to everyone's table. And yeah, like you said, it's a side effect of this COVID-19 period, and in a way it's really good. It has helped people to stop and reflect and rethink,
and cook,
and show off about the cooking, and once these healthier ingredients are available, it's amazing to see rugby players, tough looking guys just sharing their cooking with everyone else, and it's almost like they are competing amongst themselves. For me, it's an exciting period, even though the gloom of lockdown. The exciting thing about it is that more and more people, I see lawyers, I see accountants, I see the regular Fijian people who used to just think that life is a bit too fast to cook. It's just forcing everybody to go the slow food way. And
slow
put
life.
a little bit more heart and passion into cooking and eating and sharing.
Fantastic. Hey, if I was to ask you to give everyday Fijians 2 tips of how to eat or how to live right now, what would they be? Top of mind.
Top of mind, vegetables, fruits, herbs, spices. Get that onto your plate every time. And get out there, take off your shoes, and feel the land. You will know automatically what to do next.
On that beautiful note, Dr. Jone, I want to thank the Australian and New Zealand. By the way, when you've talked about the social media emergence, it sounds like a revolution to me.
It is.
It sounds like a Pacific Island food revolution. And I want to thank the Australian and New Zealand governments for supporting Pacific Island food revolution. And Dr. Jone, it's great to see you.
You too, Robert.
All right.
And you are shining every time I see you now. I think
I've got it set up that way, man. It took me ages. All the best. Mode manda.
Yeah, mode manda, Robert. Mode everyone. Take care.